Well, that was interesting.
Hi. Hi, guys. They couldn't. Oh, there's no sound. Okay.
Yeah.
There's sound now, though. Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
well, it was supposed to be. It's a
Hi. Becca's here. We can't blame James for this. No. It's Becca. She's a little rusty, I guess.
I thought you had it pulled up. It's my fault.
You know, that's normally my job.
I did not look.
That's normally my job, Becca. I take responsibility.
It's totally your fault.
I take responsibility for this one.
Welcome, everyone.
Hello,
to
guys.
the Oak and Limb YouTube channel.
How are we doing? How are we doing?
Oh.
Are you all excited to layer vinyl today? I am. I'm excited. Also, but I don't know if Becca knows how much I've used this cut file this week. It's been a lot.
Really?
I've used this cut file a lot.
It seems like our members really like it too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If there's a cut file that I love like this one, I pretty much beat it into the ground. I use it a ton because it is just so stinking cute. So we're using it again today. I'm not a control freak, but you're doing it wrong. So sorry, not sorry for continuing to use it, but we're going to be layering HTV today, which is something that can seem really tricky for a lot of Cricut beginners. Also, yes, Becca is back.
Yes, hello.
So good to have you back, Becca. I told James that he didn't have to be here today, and he was really heartbroken. He said, the viewers will be expecting me.
Now, what they were expecting was that sign-off tagline. That's what they were expecting. I have laughed so much about that. So good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the live from
yesterday. No,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Rachel, did you use the same cut file for different things?
Jenny, I have used this for paper, for a print and cut project. I've used it for not regular vinyl yet, and then today we're using it for iron-on. I've put an offset on it. I have done it separately just with the different colors. I've changed the colors. I have used this SVG so much, and I can't get tired of it. For some reason, I cannot get tired of it. So we're going to use it today, again, to layer on this cute little shirt here today. Now, you could go even further to have cut out a white offset and layered that underneath it as well. I didn't do that today. I just left it the cut file. I think the colors will pop just fine on this gray. However, that's something that you can do as well if you want to take it up a notch yourself. You can add another layer of that offset. But yeah, I hope that everyone, I'm interested in doing iron-on. Romo, well, we love iron-on here. We use iron-on a lot in the studio. Now I want to see which one it is. Rachel, gonna be fun. Yes. I hope you do have a good time with this today. We're almost out of our little youth shirts. So
Already?
we're gonna have to, yeah, I think we have
gosh.
one more.
I'll have to grab some more.
So we're gonna go grab some more little youth shirts because they're really cute. I love working with youth shirts on lives and videos because it's just kind of easier to train on a youth shirt than it is like a 2, 3X shirt, which is bigger. You just have to measure it a lot more and things like that. So for quick lives like this, it's really good to have a little youth shirt as well. What did you mean by offset with white? Would that be the first layer under all the colors? Jenny, you got it. Yes, I can share with you what I mean by that when we go into Design Space. You would get an offset just the completely normal way that you would go about getting it with any other cut file, and just change the color from that dark color that the offsets automatically set themselves to white, and that would be cut out of white HTV as your base layer. You can layer iron-on on top of each other, so that would be a base layer just to help it pop if you had like a darker shirt or something like that. But like I said, I think the colors will pop pretty good on this light gray, so we're just going to do it without it today. Or I can cut it. Really, I have no preference.
Rach, what vinyl are we using today?
Caesar Easy Weed. I have it linked in the description below. If you would like to go grab it, we do have an affiliate link with them, which is amazing. We use all of their vinyl, all their iron-on. That's where we get all of them. We love to get them in these big bulk rolls. Their prices are really hard to beat, honestly, really hard to beat. They have a ton of different colors, so we get all of ours from 143vinyl.com. Let me see here. Does that help with dark colors, Jenny? Yes. If you had a color of a shirt that was a black or like a dark maroon color or something like that, having a white offset to be your bottom layer would help that to pop for sure. I would highly recommend that. Becca, you're back. How are the kiddos?
Yes, the kids are amazing. I did answer. They are happy, healthy, energetic children now. Fallon has not had a fever since Sunday.
Which
no
is
cough,
amazing.
no congestion, no fatigue. Like no, we all feel great. We feel amazing. Very interesting.
Answer prayers.
Very interesting.
Answer
yes,
prayers.
I'm
We're so
glad,
glad
if we had to get COVID that it was this round of COVID and not the first couple rounds that were really intense for a lot of people.
Yes.
This seems to be a whole lot milder.
Which is great. Yeah. Becca called me yesterday and said the kids were doing so good, and I was like, COVID who?
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's been so easy for their
And we
whole
do
family.
understand that it's not that way for everyone.
It hits people differently. Yes. Some people with compromised immune systems. We're not saying that we're not being careful or anything like that. We are being very careful. I'm just so glad that Becca and her family had such an easy time with it. Such an answered prayer. We're so glad they're back here.
Have you used puff vinyl?
Have you?
I have.
Tell me about it. I haven't.
Yeah, I've used puff vinyl. I've used one brand that I did not particularly love, and once it puffed up, it looked like a brain. It was weird and wrinkly, and I didn't love it.
Does it puff up with the heat?
Yes.
That's what puffs it?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we purchased another brand and sort of still had the same
issue.
It's just, I don't know how I'm not sure. I've watched a lot of videos on it. And never really gotten the look that they were able to achieve. And I've tried different pressures, different heat temperatures, different materials. So I'm not sure what the catch is.
I'm wondering.
It puffs up. It just looks wrinkly.
I'm wondering also if it would hold up as well as regular HTV. I don't know. What is puff vinyl? It is, like Becca said, just a vinyl that I assume it looks normal until you put heat on it and then it puffs up?
Yeah.
Does it come with a built-in transfer sheet?
It does. The ones that I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have to cut it on a slightly different setting than regular vinyl. I can't remember what it is now because it's been several months since I did it. Yeah.
Almost missed you today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm still answering comments about people that are really happy about the 10:30 time. When we did it 2 weeks ago, last Thursday.
Last Thursday, yeah.
We thought maybe 30, 40 people would be here. It was like 100 people were here watching the live at 10:30 a.m. It was about to snow, which is why we did it early. And then you all have mentioned, I'm still answering comments on YouTube, that you really like this time. So that's great.
And we're happy. I mean, we understand that some people can't do this time because they're in school or it's super early. But here's the other thing. Like, if we choose the 1 o'clock time, that's not convenient for other people. So I really like having a diverse option.
Schedule. Yeah, so we'll mix it up for sure. But yeah, let's go into supplies we're going to use today. Very minimal supplies. We have our Cricut Explore 3 on the table today. You can use any Cricut you want. They will all work for this. Of course, if you use your Joy, you will be limited to having it pretty small. We have a mat that I just cleaned. It is nice and clean. It looks amazing.
Yes.
There's also a video about that coming out to you guys. Becca has a really good video coming out tomorrow about the product that we tested last week.
Is that coming out tomorrow?
Yes.
I didn't know which one you chose.
I wanted it to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
It's the screen print confetti, and if you caught the other live, then it's basically the same information, but we just wanted to make an organic video so that there's not all the chatting and stuff for people who don't know about it and want to learn. So,
and like we mentioned in that video too, it's really hard for like a beginner to watch a video and see that it's like an hour and 2 minutes long. It's really overwhelming to a beginner brain, and we get that. If I was personally wanting to learn how to do something, I like short and sweet videos.
Exactly.
I don't think I would want to weed through knowing that because you don't know if it's a live stream till you click on it. Honestly, that's what it is. So we wouldn't want anybody to be overwhelmed by that. So we want to make sure that anyone who wants to know about it can know about it. So it's a really good short and sweet video.
Yeah, you all went so crazy over it. We were like, we have to make a short, sweet, concise video because everyone loves this so much.
Yeah. So we hope that you're cool with that. I'm really excited about it because it's such a fun I can't wait to use it. I've seen it in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
A lot of our flock has bought it, already got it in and been practicing with it. And speaking of the flock, if you guys don't know, we do have a membership here at Oak and Lamb. It is a great community to be in, not just for Cricut, but we have training on Glowforge, sublimation, woodworking, sewing, home decor, more. We do a lot here at Oak and Lamb, and we would love it if you would want to be a part of it. So if you want to join, click the link below, the link that Becca just popped in the comments. It is $69, which is a really good price. You get entrance to the flock through May 31st at no really extra cost, which is awesome. So definitely check it out. See if that's something you're into. We would love to hold your hand in whatever crafty area you're passionate about and help you just gain confidence in it.
One question, and then we can get to crafting, and then we'll talk more at the end. So if you want to stick around after we craft and we'll chat, we're going to talk a little bit about our camp trip that we're planning.
Yes.
So if you're interested in that, stick around at the end. We'll talk about that. But what is an organic video, Rachel?
That's a great question. It's a pre-recorded video. We are producers by trade, so it's really hard for us not to say pre-recorded rather than organic, and that's really just what it means. The phrase is interchangeable. So right here, we are live, but several days of the week, we also have pre-recorded videos that we send out to you guys to be able to watch. And the difference is live is just like this. We can answer comments live. They're usually longer. If we have a craft fail, we have a craft fail. We can't really blur anything out or edit anything out because it's live. But pre-recorded videos are ones that we film not live, that I go in or Becca goes in and we edit them down and make sure they're really short, sweet, concise, and really well put together, professional looking, polished videos. And we give those to you guys to be able to enjoy. So those are the two kinds of videos that we produce here, is live and pre-recorded. That's a great question. Okay, will you have any videos on wood burning, Romo? Sure. I don't like saying no to any type of craft area like that because there's always things for us to test and do. We have a big list right now of things that we can do for sewing and screen printing and woodworking and things, and I think a wood burning class would be super fun. So yeah, we'd be happy to get into that for you. Okay, so we have our Cricut, we have our mat that we just cleaned, which is amazing. We have some iron-on. We're using these colors today. Look how pretty these colors are. Look at these, they're beautiful. So we're using all those pretty colors. I've already cut those out. And we're using black as our base color. Have it pre-cut too. That came off of a bulk roll from 143 Vinyl. We also have our little shirt here, and I think this is just 100% cotton. Yeah, it says heavy cotton. Okay, mostly cotton. You want your iron-on, your regular iron-on projects to be all cotton or mostly cotton. If you want to do like a blend shirt, that's totally fine. We have a large easy press mat and our little mini easy press. That's what we've got. Is there a limit on the number of layers that we can layer of HTV? That's a great question. Here's the thing. What we're doing today, I don't want to sound like we're cheating. It's honestly only one layer that's being put on top of each other.
Yes.
We are using several different colors that we're technically layering to place them where they go. You run into trouble when you get a lot of layers that you put directly on top of each other because, to be honest, HTV is meant to be bonded with a fabric. It's not really meant to be bonded with itself. So if you use too many layers, I would say 3 or 4 is the max that you'd want to do on top of each other.
Oh gosh, I'm at 2.
Really?
Yeah, just because it gets so thick and it starts to peel.
If you do any more, number one, it's going to feel really thick, like Becca said. Number 2, it's not going to last as long in the wash. 2, 3, 2. Less is more. Projects like this where, and again, you'll see, and in Design Space it shows exactly what it's going to look like. The colors are all next to each other, then there's one layer that's kind of offset layered on top of those colors. So it's really just one layer on top of the HTV. There are some rules if you guys want to go in the realm of layering heat transfer vinyl with glitter, heat transfer vinyl, and all that. But again, we're just going to keep it super simple for today. If you wanted to do a layered look, I personally would recommend a printable heat transfer vinyl. Just make it a print and cut.
Same.
Flatten it, print it. If you have a good quality printable vinyl, which we love, Nufun, N-U-F-U-N, it's a really great brand. It looks great, honestly. We use printable vinyl a lot for things like that. Is it better to use a press or an iron for layering these? That's a great question. I have not recognized you. If you're new here, welcome.
Welcome, yes.
We do not recommend using a household iron to do pretty much any HTV, unfortunately. Will it work? Yes, it will work. But the iron, the heat plate on the iron is so unevenly heated. The heat is not distributed very evenly on it. It's really hard to know which areas of your project are being heated properly and which areas aren't. So it will not last very long on your project, HTV wise, if you do use a household iron. We don't really recommend those.
So Jenny has a question, and I love this question. Rich and I were kind of talking about it this morning. I want to do a Mickey Mouse, and it needs 3 layers. Could I cut out the layers below them so that they nest? Would that be a good strategy? Well, I personally have not always had amazing outcomes with this because the HTV, when you apply heat to it, shrinks a little bit.
Yeah.
And even if it's the same brand, it doesn't always shrink in the same way. So when you look at the cut file, obviously in Design Space, it's perfect because you sliced it and then you layer it up. I have never had great success doing that.
So probably print and cut would be a better option. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or cut it like what you could do, and I don't know what your design looks like. So maybe take the pieces that you're nesting and do an offset and then slice the offset from it so that it looks like there's an intentional amount of space around the next piece that you're layering. Does that make sense?
If it shrinks up, it almost looks intentional.
It looks intentional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. So that's all the supplies, really minimal supplies. We've already went and cut out all the colored layers, which is going to help us. We're just going to be cutting out our black layer today. Becca will stop me if there's any other questions that I have missed. And I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, we're good. Now over in Design Space, you'll see the cut file we're using. It's one that I have, I don't think I've burned it out yet because I am still using it and loving it and enjoying it. When Becca got here today and I told her this was the cut file we're using, we both agreed that we wish we could fit in this little shirt. And if we could, we'd just fight over it, over who could get to wear it, because it's so stinking cute. This is how it imports all these beautiful layers. You can see we've sized it to 8 inches wide, which is what I want for this little youth shirt. Please, please, please size and measure your shirts properly. The worst thing you can do is to not measure it and to get a project fail if it's way too big or way too small. So just make sure you're measuring your shirt. Now again, it's already in these layers. The black layer, I'll go ahead and ungroup this and show you. The black layer is already one layer by itself. So you can see this is kind of the last layer we're going to do. And I want to just make sure that you're paying attention to see right here that it's actually offset a little bit. So it's not going to be perfectly on top of each other. It's going to be changed a little bit. Perfectly on top of each other would look more like this, just like that. And it's not going to look like that. It's actually off center just a little bit like that, which is the look we're going for. So it's going to be good to make sure that we look in Design Space and see which colors are going to go where this little offset layer is going to go, because we want this to look just how it looks here in Design Space. So we have it sized. There's nothing else that we need to do, but I'll go ahead and group this back together and I'll show you how to make an offset if you guys want to do that. So you're just going to go up and click offset. It's going to manually give you an offset. You can see where that blue line is. I'm going to bring it down just a little because I think that's a bit of a big offset personally. See, that looks better. And I'm going to click apply. And then I have these little areas here. I'm going to click my offset layer and go to contour and click hide all contours because I don't want those little pieces there, but I didn't want my offset any bigger. So that's a good little workaround for that. Now, as you can see, you can't see very much. So I'm going to go and change this color from this black to white. And that's how you would make the offset. This would be fantastic if you had a different color of shirt or darker color of shirt, or even a lighter color of shirt. If you just want a little pop of white, you can do that too. So I hope that answers your questions about offset. Right now it's just set to basic cut, which is exactly what we want. If you wanted to do this, but you don't have all the colors of iron on, you can go through, you can go through and select all of this and flatten it. It would be one, let me just show you. If you click flatten, it goes to one layer right here. You could be able to print this out with printable HTV, cut it. Either way you do it is going to turn out to be a great project, honestly. So we have it all sized. We're going to click make it. And I have my Cricut plugged in. We're going to choose on the mat. And right there is our black layer. This is HTV. which if you guys know, you should by now. If you don't, that's fine. HTV comes with its own transfer sheet built in. So because of that, you're going to be laying it down on the mat, transfer sheet down. Because of that, you have to mirror all of your HTV layers, every single one of them. So we're going through here, making sure we layer these. And then this is where I went through and actually cut all of these colors on one mat. I got a little sticky note out, and Becca does this all the time. It makes me nervous, so I don't really do it much, but I did it today and it ended up well. So I'm gonna put this green layer, I'm gonna go up here and click these little 3 dots and click Move Object. I'm gonna slide it here on my blue layer and change it to go right here in the other corner. Now, if you want to remember what color they are, I have a sticky note that is, again, a little square, just like my mat is. And in the top right corner, I wrote green. Top left corner, I wrote blue. Then I'm going to go to the yellow mat, click my little 3 dots here, select Move Object. I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to move this down. And I had yellow in my bottom left corner on my little sticky note. Same thing here. Move Object. Blue mat. Switch that over. Just like that. And I have red on the bottom right. Now that's just how I did it. It's still mirrored completely. So now you know what to cut out, where to put that where. So I just cut out about 3.5 by 5.5 inches of all these colors. Place them on my mat like that and cut them all out. Or you could cut them out separately, just mat by mat. That's totally fine, but I wanted to save some time by doing that today. Okay, I have all those mirrored. I'm going to click Continue. Connect to my Explore, and now we're going to click Everyday Iron On, and that's it. We're gonna cut this out. That's it. We got our fine point blade loaded up. So let me load this onto our mat. Move our shirt over. And I'm going to get out our brayer today too. So if you guys don't know, I have this piece that's already cut out. We have one side that's a little bit more matte. It's still a little shiny, but then if I flip it over and show you guys, this side is way shinier. It's way easier to see. So you'll want to put HTV shiny side down on your mat. So you're going to always want to place it shiny side down. That is the built-in transfer sheet. I'm going to place it just like that. Going to get our brayer here. Make sure it's on the mat nice and secure. And now I can load it in our machine. Going to guide it through these little plastic edges here and let that mat measure for us. I'm going to go over now, see your comments.
So really quickly, in the comments, we have friends talking about what they're crafting today. And then Jenny said, you know, that she's been working on quilting and mandalas and things like that. And she wants to share actual Cricut projects. But that's one thing I want to talk about. That's why I love our group. We're not just Cricut. So I love to see your quilting projects and your mandala projects.
I would love to.
And your resin projects, your woodworking, your home decor. Like, I love all of that because those things inspire everyone.
Yes.
Creative people love visual inspiration, and that just helps us all. So I never feel like you shouldn't share just because it's not Cricut.
Always share.
Yeah.
Always share.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we say, we are not Cricut crafters. We're crafters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
and
a
we
bunch
don't
of
just
different
teach
areas.
cricketing. Yeah.
No, and we don't, again, like I mentioned, we don't like to say no if someone's like, well, do you think you could train on this or that? We don't want to be like, no, we don't do that. Because we're happy to research it. We're happy to see if that's something that one of us wants to tackle. And it might be something that we find a passion in, that we want to be able to grow in and to teach in. So we don't ever want to make you feel limited in your crafting, just like we hope we're never limited in our crafting.
Rachel, really quickly,
yes,
we have to say hi to our friends at Begin Again, who apparently have us on at the shop today. Yes, so
what?
Hi everyone. I assume Grace and later are there. Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Yes, Begin Again is a local consignment shop here in Morristown.
Yes.
And I've known the ladies there, gosh, my whole life.
I always find good stuff at Begin Again.
Yes,
I
so
always
cute.
do.
So
Yes.
cute. Ooh, are those Hobby Lobby cutting mats? They're cheaper, right?
Yes, they are cheaper. Our favorite brand are Nikapa brand mats from Amazon. They're the cheapest, and we haven't really found a flux in quality or anything. Cricut brand mats are great. The only problem is they're way too expensive for replacements. So we keep these here. This is a Paper Studio brand mat, like Becca said, and this is actually a strong grip mat. Now blue If you're a cricketer, you know blue is normally light grip. In the Nicopa brand, that is all true. They still have purple for strong grip, green for standard grip, and blue for light grip. Any mat you want that you like, use it. Again, Cricut ones are fine. They're just too expensive for us.
Now, Rach, tell us about the brayer. What brand is it? Do you know how much it is? I know the roundabout answer if you don't.
15?
I think full price it's like 18, but you can get it for around 9 on Amazon.
Okay. Now, this is a Cricut brand brayer.
And to be honest, you know that I always find alternatives, but I will say I have tried 3 other brands of brayers and they all break.
This darn thing pops out.
On the other ones.
On the other ones. Now, not this one. No,
I prefer the Cricut brand.
Yeah. Now, Becca and me, we're really, really gentle and easy if you know us.
The most gentle.
Just delicate.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we're really getting in there to braid something, the thing pops off. It's a day ruiner for us.
Yes.
The Cricut one is not popped off, even though we're very gentle with it. So we do like the Cricut brand of that. And again, we'll admit that.
Yeah.
We also absolutely adore the Cricut True Control knife. That right there is a darn good Cricut product.
It is. It is.
Now, most Cricut products we've tried, we find alternatives for them we tell you about, like the vinyl, the mats, and the weeding tools, and the burnishing tools, and things like that. Theirs are hard plastic. Burnishing tools, not the best. But again, some Cricut products, when we fall in love, we fall in love. We sure do.
Sure do.
Now, I'm going to preheat our little easy press to the second heat setting. And now I can unload my mat and weed this. I hope it weeds good for me. Prayers going up for that. So I'm going to trim off my excess vinyl. Boop.
That was a good sound effect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I learned from the best.
Yeah.
This is a size of vinyl where I don't know if I should toss it or keep it.
No, keep that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was in between the size of like too big to throw away, but not big enough to keep. So we're just gonna keep that. We're gonna keep it. Okay, so here's my biggest tip on weeding vinyl, regular vinyl, is to go slow and read it. Since this is backwards, it's a little harder to do that. And these words right here, we're trying to get the black outline, which if you can see is like ridiculously thin. Watch this be the layer that gives me the most trouble. I'm sure it will be. So I'm going to start from the corner and be extremely gentle peeling this up. I mean, I'm going to go snail slow. I'm peeling up the O already. Lovely. Lovely. You know what? I'm just going to braid this down. Just gonna braid that down.
Grace said, thanks to Becca, I almost bought the Hobby Lobby brayer, but Becca saved me and I ordered the Cricut from Amazon. So that's the thing. The color of the Hobby Lobby one is absolutely beautiful. And I brought it home. Well, I brought it to the studio. It was just so disappointing. I think it may have actually popped out of its little spot, even on a live.
Which is something you don't want when you're trying to go live.
No.
I mean,
thankfully, it pops right back in, but I just don't feel like I'm getting the job done if I'm not putting all of that grit behind it, you know?
If I'm, if I'm quiet, guys, you know why.
You have to, really concentrate.
You know the struggle.
Yeah. Connie says you should see my vinyl scrap store. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. I need to issue it officially, but I want to do a scrap challenge in the private Facebook group. I think it would be really fun. Like you have to create a project that's solely, completely 100% from scraps. Like I think that would be the only parameter.
We should give bonus points if it's like humongous. If there's like 25 different colors, we should give a bonus point per color.
I've seen some of these ladies' craft rooms, and they are hoarders.
They are hoarders.
I guarantee some of them can do some giant projects with their scraps. I love it.
Whoa, that was stressful. Okay, I'm going to save this just in case. I'm going to lay it right there. Ooh, I'm so nervous. Okay. Ooh.
Julie says, what a gentle touch with that brayer.
Julie. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I just demonstrated. I was like, let me just braid this really quick. I don't know what you're talking about, Julie.
Debbie says, yes, you want to push into that brayer. You do, you do. And here's the thing, a brayer, it's very funny because a brayer is something that we honestly, Rach, until like, 6 months ago, we never would pick up and use. We're like, this is useless. Why would anyone want it? And then it turns out it's actually, it might be my second favorite craft tool. It might be. It might be.
Everyone knows what Becca's first favorite
Oh, yeah,
craft
for
tool
sure,
is
because it's
now.
on literally every single graphic. I almost tried
The
to put it.
comments about it are my favorite thing.
I know. I tried to put it on our camping with the flock graphic, and I
Stop
I did. I
it.
couldn't make it work.
Stop.
It's so funny.
I'm
I have a
taking my
12 by
sweet
12
time.
scrapbook tote full of HTV and vinyl scraps. Challenge accepted, Stacy said. You know, I thought you all would be really up on this challenge. Jenny says, wait a sec, Rach, I have no scraps. New here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You know what? I love that you're new here.
Yeah.
Good. All that means is you need to be getting on making some other projects to be able to grow that scrap bin.
She says she has scraps of fabric when on other stuff. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Hey, we're not going to limit it to vinyl.
Jenny, you're a quilter. You can make a pretty amazing something with scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, you guys, this is going well. Better than I thought.
What
Just gonna-
spatula does everyone like to use? My favorite is the original green Cricut one. Same. That's what we used to.
I've never used a spatula in my entire
Because
life.
you're not a delicate person, Rachel.
Oh, and you are? Are you just Miss Delicate?
I put my delicate hat on when I'm paper crafting. Yeah.
See, that was my biggest issue when I was forced to start paper crafting, is I didn't have a delicate hat to put on. So I would rip them, get mad, rip them more, and then like storm off. And I had to like pray first and channel my inner gentle. And even then, paper crafting still makes me nervous, which if you guys know, when I get nervous, my hands quit working right. And then they get sweaty.
I was going to say, wait. Yeah, they get sweaty.
They get sweaty.
Rach, what happened to your finger?
Don't ask. Who was asking?
Who asked? Hold on.
It's a burn.
Aubrey.
It's a horrible burn.
She
that
burned it on a live the other day.
It's really debilitating, honestly, guys. When your hand is messed up.
Well, she carried on a little bit during the live, and I was like, either she's being a big wimp, which is not like
Now,
Rachel, or she really did hurt
This,
herself.
I'm going to say this looks 20 times better than it did, which my Mama B, she is one of my favorite people on the face of the earth. She taught us how to doctor things up really well.
Yep.
Growing up, there was this white ointment made by Johnson & Johnson. And Johnson & Johnson. And I think it was for babies, but that doesn't matter. She didn't care. And it was white, and it was like a healing ointment. And growing up, we called it Magic Boo Boo Cream.
Oh.
And I texted her and I said, Mama, if I only had some Magic Boo Boo Cream, I bet my burn would be completely gone by now.
I
They
bet you
quit
had it
making
within 45 minutes.
Huh?
I bet you had it within 45 minutes. Did she bring it to you?
No, they quit making it years ago.
I figured
Years
maybe she
ago.
hoarded it or something.
Well, there was a couple of years ago that they threatened to quit making regular dial gold soap.
What?
My mama would literally, she had a heart attack. She went through and bought, I don't know, she bought all the dial soap she possibly could in fear that they were actually going to stop selling it. They didn't, thank goodness. But she's serious about her products like that. But I've been putting a lot of Aquaphor on it, cleaning it really well. The worst thing is when I get in the shower with this burn, guys, it will get really soft and want to peel on me. Ooh, and then it starts to burn. Oh, it's quite a mess. But it's healing up well. Can't complain too much. I'm fortunate.
Debbie says, darn, you are a master at weeding, right?
Oh, Debbie, you're too kind. Is it Debbie Friend?
Yeah.
Debbie Friend's the best. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Weeding, I do really enjoy weeding. I don't enjoy weeding regular vinyl near as much as I enjoy weeding.
I don't mind it if
transfer
it's
vinyl?
big.
Yeah, but can you imagine weeding this?
No.
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
Weed that in regular vinyl. Are you kidding? Okay. And see, these shirts, it looks like it's straight, but it's really not. Because the armpit areas, there we go. Okay. I'm very nervous.
Why?
I always am. Okay, we're going to take these. And one good thing about HTV that you can't do with vinyl is you can layer these on top of each other to make sure you like where they go and not have to worry about them sticking. Like they're gonna stick, but you can peel them right up. So I'm gonna go back to Design Space. Don't you guys go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna click cancel, cancel my cut, cancel all that, and go back into Design Space itself to be able to see where all this is supposed to go. So I'm just gonna start from the first letter, which is gonna be C. I'm just gonna lay that down, just no rhyme or reason. Then the next one's gonna be O in this color. So I'm gonna lay this down as best as I can.
Oh gosh.
What is it?
So my brother Ben, when I don't remember, I think he was 13. We were Christmas Eve. Long story short, a knife went almost through the palm of his hand.
What?
Yeah, he's a piano player. It was a whole thing.
He's a piano player.
Surgeries, all of this stuff.
What was he doing?
Cutting through some zip ties on a talking parrot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was really
That's very
traumatic.
specific.
Anyway, our grandfather wanted him to put, I thought it was castor oil. Was it diesel fuel, Fred?
Oh.
Either way, it's not something that you put on. But, I mean, he just insisted that if we did that he would be fine. And somebody said, I try to avoid fuel on my skin, Fred.
I try to avoid fuel on my skin.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now guys, don't come at me. I'm not going to lay this layer down because
No.
these are so thin it makes me very nervous. So I'm just going to kind of be like, that looks good. So this is what I'm focusing on. This looks good. This is how it's supposed to look. I'm going to now know that we have about a 1/2 inch higher up here from the I'm not A. So I'm just going to make sure this is around 2 inches or a little more. This is good. With that extra little bit, it'll be about 2 inches down from the neck. I'm going to measure from the longest point of that, about 4.5. Oh man, that is stinking close. Maybe it's close enough. Do you guys ever get to where something's really close and you're like, am I gonna get it more off kilter if I change it, or should I just leave it? So I think I'm just gonna go with leaving it, because we are darn close here. Oh yeah, I'm leaving it. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, Rachel, you're just gonna heat all that down? I'm sure not gonna do that, no. So what I'm gonna do is peel up all my layers. I know that my C layer came up first or went down first. So I'm gonna hold my hand firmly on that layer and gently peel up the rest. There's one layer. Another layer. And it's easy to do this because you know you're not moving that first layer. So it's going to stay right where you want it when you place the rest of them down. There we go. Okay, now this looks weird. It looks off center, but it's not. It's totally fine because we just put them all on top of each other, which I would highly recommend if you do a layered HTV project. So now I'm gonna go in with my Easy Press. Heat this down. For a project like this, you really don't need a Teflon sheet or any type of barrier paper. Feel free if you want to, that's fine. Not a must though. Not a must. There's Fred. I see Fred.
Freddie is on here.
Oh, Fred. I didn't
Roger
know he texted.
says, so glad I found you. Really missed watching you. I want to join soon.
Oh.
Roger, we're glad you found us too.
We are so glad you found us. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
I'm going to let this cool down a little bit. We're going to do a warm peel on this bad boy. Boop, boop, boop. And I know we're going to get this question, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer it. I'm heating all of these layers pretty normally. And some people are going to ask, well, can you burn that HTV? Is that going to be a factor? It's not. It's not going to be a problem at all. So I'm going to hold this here, and I'm like, that looks good. So our C right here, you can tell our transfer sheet is right here at that C. I'm going to take this extra transfer, place it right over top of that to protect that C. Always keep your transfers while you're doing your project if you have multiple layers to do this. Put that right there to protect our little C. Now I'm going to go in and do this layer. Love it. I'm going to go over and make sure I'm looking at your comments too. Why can't you peel up all the other layers together instead of individually? Jenny, you totally can. I just didn't know which one was next. I just grabbed the one I could and peeled it up. It totally doesn't matter how you peel them up though. Good question.
Elena says, just joined last night. Very excited. We are so happy. I saw your email come through. And yes, I'm glad you're here today with us.
Thank you for being here.
Welcome to the flock.
Oh, we hope you love it. We know you will.
Yes.
Let this cool down a little bit.
Rach, I almost commended you on adding the sheep to our link today that I'm sharing. And then I remembered that I'm the one.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, there's a sheep. You can't look up lamb. You have to look up sheep. And there's a different set of emojis in the YouTube keyboard than just regular. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
You're better than me, really, is just what it boils
Rach,
down
why
to.
wouldn't you do the frame layer first?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because
It's not a frame.
this goes out on last. This is going to be kind of offset a little bit to our other colors. And you can't put this down first because of that. Now, general rule of thumb, I'm glad you brought this up. General rule of thumb is to put your largest layer down first, which would be this layer. So I totally see, this is not a bad question at all. I totally see why you would think that. But because this control freak is a layer that needs to go on last, and all this is together, or else we could have put I'm not a, but you're doing it wrong down first if we wanted to do that. But then we would have these split and not together, and just having all the colors as one layer each is going to help us. So that's the only reason why we didn't put this on first, but that's a great question. Good question. I want to place this down.
Okay, so while she's doing that, I want to talk to you all for just a second. We hit another fun milestone, which is 2,000 subscribers this weekend.
Yes.
I feel like it took us a while to hit 1,000, which it should, you know. But 2,000 came really quickly, and that was this weekend. We're already at 2.55 thousand,
Which is
so we're getting ready to hit 3,000. That was less than a week.
Yes.
You all are insane, absolutely amazing.
We're super excited.
Thankful. Yeah,
so thankful. We could not do this without you. Not at all.
So, small spoiler alert, but not giving all of the details. We are announcing a fun giveaway. When we hit 100,000, we're going to do a really fun giveaway, and we're going to be talking about that at our fondue Valentine event. We have lots of amazing stuff happening on that day. If you are not a member, you can come too. It is not exclusive to just members. But we're sharing some fun things with you all. We're doing some, I'm trying to like not give out all the details, but still make it exciting. Our husbands are going to be here doing a fun, entertaining segment with you all. Donnie, Wayne, Mark, and James have all agreed to come do a fun little segment. We are going to have fondue. We are, sharing something with you. I want to tell him so bad, but I'm not going to. Anyway, we are also announcing what we're giving away at 100,000. So 100,000 is a huge milestone.
Oh my gosh, humongous.
It's huge.
We get a plaque, guys.
We
get a plaque.
Yeah.
We get a plaque.
Our first personal goal here at Oak and Lamb is 10,000. And
yes.
I mean, I'm not sure we're really going to do anything huge. It's just for us. Like, okay, we've hit 10,000, but 100,000 is like huge. Like you all will be, it's huge.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be really fun. So make plans to come our event, and we'll talk more about it. But the Valentine event is the Saturday before Valentine's Day, which is the
12th.
12th. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's starting at 12 p.m. Eastern, and we haven't like made the schedule yet. I would say it's probably between 3 and 4 hours though. Because we're going to be making fondue. We're going to be making some fun Valentines. I know we're going to do a 3D Valentine, a print and cut Valentine, and then just a regular cardstock Valentine. And then
I'm excited for the 3D Valentine.
Yeah, it's really cute.
That's going to be adorable.
And then our hubby segment, and then obviously, I mean, it'll probably be an hour talking about the fun things. And our other announcement.
We'll get some questions about it. Be able to answer some questions.
So I would say 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Missy, we did miss you for sure. We're so glad you're here. She says, I'm back if anyone missed me.
Oh, we missed you.
Thank you for being here. Sure. Yes.
Okay, last layer.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Last layer. So again, I'm referring to Design Space because this is going to be offset a little bit. Is that the right verbiage I'm using? That this is going to be offset?
I mean, that's,
is that the right?
So.
way to say it?
I think that's how I would say it.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at the C in Design Space.
Debbie says, yes, you need to save space for that plaque on the pegboard because, you can guarantee we're making space for that. We might move the Cricut mats just for it. We'll see. There'll be a spot for it up there. Do you prefer Sportsflex HTV over regular?
I prefer regular.
Same. Sportflex is specifically for materials that stretch more, like I guess
nylon and
nylons
spandex.
And, yes.
Yeah.
Like a high poly, you could probably use it on. Yeah.
I laid these layers down individually, of course, so they're not going to look identical to what's on Design Space. But this looks pretty cute to me. I'm looking at Design Space, and it's looking pretty darn close on most of these. And I'm with Becca. We were talking earlier about the live. If this little black layer was supposed to fit just perfect, we would be sorely disappointed every single time because it wouldn't look that way. With us being able to place all these colors individually and things like that, it just wouldn't look amazing. So I'm looking at Design Space, and I'm seeing these spaces, and this looks pretty darn good. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this down. Looks good. And again, this looks like it's not centered with this. It's not supposed to be. This is centered. This bottom layer is centered. This is over just a bit. That's just how the cut file is. So as crafters, we like to think of things symmetrical like that. But this right here is exactly how this cut file is supposed to look, and it's adorable.
Rach, you iron that right on the plastic, no parchment or Teflon or anything to...
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
This right here is a transfer sheet. This is the only protective barrier we need. We had those extra sheets if there was any, I call it naked, any naked exposed vinyl while we're placing those other layers.
Right.
But you only need this on a t-shirt like this. Now if you're doing something like, what was it, like a satin pillow case or something like that, that's a little more delicate of a material, you might want to lay down a Teflon sheet to protect that material.
Right.
But this is just a basic t-shirt. This is all we need. This looks super cute. So I'm just going to go in with it. I always start in the middle and work my way out. And we've only hit the colors with a few seconds. I'd say like 10 seconds a piece of the heat source, their little mini easy press. So you can really go in and make sure everything's nice and ironed down here. But as you can see now, there's really no colors overlapping except for the really thin black line over the offset of the last layer. So this is a really good type of, quote, layering iron-on project, I think, personally. So cute. This mini easy press is my favorite. And I know it doesn't have a timer. And for me to be so type A and Becca to be so type A, not having a timer has not bothered us on this.
Not even a little bit.
No.
No. Which really messes with my head at first because I'm a very by the rule, read the instructions, do things the way it says. And when you look at HTV or something like that, it says, I don't know, I'm just making this up because it's been so long since I looked at it, 350 for 15 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm moving it around, then each spot is not getting 15 to 20 seconds of heat. How does that work?
Right.
But it does.
It does.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And I think also it has to do with how long we've been doing it. It's really easy for us to know when it's adhered down. Just peeling this off. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking cute. Look at that.
Oh,
it looks great.
So cute.
Oh, honestly, guys, this looks like something you would buy at like Carter's or something. This is so
It does.
cute.
It's really cute. The colors are super cute.
It's
You chose
so
really
cute.
well.
Well, we were kind of limited here.
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
have like, how many HTV colors do we have? 7?
Yeah, well, here
7?
we're like, we'll just get all the oak and lamb colors, and then we won't need any of. We'll just get like black and white, and then all the oak and lamb colors. We don't really need any of the others. We haven't
so far.
Yeah.
But Becca's like, good color twist, and I'm like, thank you. That's all we had.
I chose them 4 months ago when I did the logo.
Really, it was you, but appreciate it. No, it's so stinking cute. We'll have Fallow wear this.
I want to
So
make this on a
cute.
shirt for my dog. He's a super control freak, and he tries to herd us around the house. That's what Chrissy said.
He tries to herd you around the house.
I love it. I love it.
That's the cutest little shirt. Oh, I wish I could fit into it.
So cute.
If only.
I'm honestly shocked. I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think this is the one oak and lamb cut file that our members have used the most.
Me
so
too.
obviously they speak. It speaks to them. It speaks to who they are.
Yes.
It's so funny.
It's just so funny because it's like punny in the way that because we're as much as we are control freaks. I think Becca does it way better than me. We try to give off a go with the flow persona. I'm not as good at it as Becca.
No, when I was your age, I wasn't either, though.
And she's like, I'm not a control freak. No. And I can try and be that way too, but then it's like, but you're doing it wrong. It's just hilarious. It speaks to a lot of us as crafters as well. I am probably the most excited for the mental health collection that Becca's coming out with.
Yeah.
Not giving you guys a day because that's totally up to Becca. We don't want to rush this. We want it to look amazing and be perfect. She has a couple of them done. Oh, if you think I'm using these a lot, you just wait till those puppies come out. I can't wait. I really honestly think I'm going to start putting my favorite HTV on a shirt that Becca does with her cut files and putting them on a shirt and me wearing them on the lives and stuff and out and about. Because all I wear is t-shirts. I don't wear any blouses or anything like that. You can't catch me in one. So I think I'm going to wear them around. I'm so excited about it. So stinking cute. So cute. Just tuning in, how's Fallon?
I was messaging back. Yeah, she's amazing. She's been fever and symptom free since Sunday.
She looks, I mean, I'm really jealous. She's in some rainbow striped pajama pants and a tie-dye hoodie. I'm jealous.
Quite the picture of comfort right now.
And then I said, Fallon, you look so comfortable. I wish I was. And I'm like, I am. I don't ever dress uncomfortably.
Same.
Never.
The other day, I'm just letting you 100% know about my world. I don't know why I'm sharing this. I own one pair of jeans. One. I don't know the last time I wore them, but the other day I woke up and I was like, I should try my jeans on to see if they still fit. The good news is they do still fit. The dumb news is that they're just sitting in my closet taking up space because I'll never wear them.
I had past tense. Because when we moved in September, I did a closet purge.
You went all minimalist weird before that, though.
I love thinking that I could.
I don't need a kitchen table. Let me throw it at the road.
Guys, I did. I threw that kitchen table at the road. I threw my coffee table at the road. My dog jumped off the couch and hurt his side on the corner of the coffee table. I wasn't even pregnant then or anything. I'm like, that's it. Take that sucker to the road. And James was like, okay, just dragging it outside. Last year for Christmas, when we were at our old house, I was tired of my Christmas tree. It was one of those pre-lit trees, and it stopped working. The light stopped working in the center of the tree. And I said, take the entire thing, bulbs and all, ornaments and all, and take it to the side of the road.
Yeah.
Someone came that night and got every bit of it. They were like, this idiot is off her meds, and just put everything in their car and drove off. And I was just so happy to see it all go. I had 2 pairs of jeans, wore them a couple of times. Jeans are the most uncomfortable thing in the world to me. I hate jeans. Also, I think it's a problem with me going to a private Christian school for a couple years, and they have like a strict dress code of, like the khakis and the polos. So when I broke free of that, I'm like, I refuse to be uncomfortable anymore, because I was uncomfortable 8 hours a day, 5 days a week at that school. I don't have jeans.
What kind of pants do you wear out in public if no jeans? I don't wear pants.
Leggings.
I wear leggings and yoga pants, and I wear like tunics or long shirts or long hoodies to cover everything. I want everything covered.
Yes.
Or I wear dresses, like shift dresses, that just comfort.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Comfort is key. I hate jeans. I have a couple of pairs of jean shorts. Don't love them. As soon as you sit down, I feel so frumpy, and I don't like jeans.
My friend Amber, I hope she's watching. The idiot comes to Friendsgiving, right? We're all like in sweatpants,
as
she has jeans on, and she's an eater like us. She had to unbutton her jeans in the middle. I was like, "You'll think better next time, won't you?"
Like that was pregnancy jeans, the really
with the elastic.
Yeah. Wear those. Those. Hilarious story. You guys know I have no dignity left, and I tell you everything. I was probably 15, and I went to a yard sale at a good friend's house. If you hear me talk about Madison, she's 10 weeks farther along than me with her sweet baby boy. And we grew up together. So their family was having a yard sale. And of course, when your family has a yard sale, like other family members throw stuff in, I found these shorts that I really liked. I put them on. This is 15-year-old Rachel. I put them on. Nobody told me they were maternity shorts, but they were. No one told me though. So I took them, bought them. I was wearing maternity shorts for years. No one ever told me. They were so comfortable, like so comfortable. I'd strap them puppies on every chance I could get. I never looked at the tag. Nothing. Mom knew, everyone knew. They just didn't tell me. So I was traipsing around in maternity shorts for the longest time, and I enjoyed it. I did.
Dresses are for funerals or weddings. No, these dresses that I wear every single day would not be worn at a funeral or a wedding. These are like cotton shift dresses that are like, it's like basically a glorified t-shirt.
Yeah, yes. It's more like a shirt.
Yeah, it just happens to be a little bit longer and flowier.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
It hugs. It's beautiful. Like the top of it. It's not like a long t-shirt dress. It hugs you here. It makes a very beautiful silhouette.
Yeah.
For sure. They're really cute.
Also, Old Navy has these amazing tunic length shirts that are like glorious that I wore like all year last year.
One day
I had 9 black ones. 9. It's like that just to let you in my head. I find one thing that I like. And then I had it in like 7 or 8 other colors too.
Becca was wearing a green one with little buttons on it one day. And
Shein. It's from Shein. Yeah.
I almost saw her cry this day. When she got, I think it was epoxy.
UV resin.
UV resin. She got it. It kind of came back on her and got on her shirt. She was devastated, as she should have been. Well, when you have a piece of clothing you love and you wear, she was like, why didn't I put on my smock? Why didn't I put on my smock?
And it was like $15. The problem was, I mean, it's not a big deal to replace it. The problem was that I had worn it. That was the second time I'd worn it. 2, I was like, I should put a smock on. This is stupid. 3, what I did was super stupid. So the UV resin has like this film on top of it when you pull the seal off. Yeah. And I was like, I'm just going to push the air through the film instead of cutting it. And so when I pushed it through, the UV resin came through. So it was just stupid. But it went through the shirt, through the cami, through the bra, onto my leggings. It was like $150 worth of ruined clothing.
And it's not like she could just kind of sit in it because you're not supposed to ever have epoxy touch your skin for very long amounts of time.
I literally was ripping my clothes off in front of Rachel.
She was like stripping down because it's not.
Tanner was there at the time. Yeah. It was this whole thing. I was like, I'll be back. Because thankfully I lived half a mile from the studio. Yeah. And just got in the car. And
But again, she had a lot of layers on, and it just went through all of them. It was a sad day.
It was a very sad day. Rach, let's talk about the camp trip. Yeah, let's talk about it.
It is going to be in June. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
you
sure.
Want to come up?
I can. Yeah, absolutely. I put up a fun little graphic.
Because Becca, listen, this is Becca's thing. I haven't camped in so long. This is Becca's thing.
So it's really exciting. Kat messaged. Oh, no, it was during a live. She said something about, I was talking to Scott, and hopefully we can get up there sometime this summer and camp. And I was like, oh my gosh, let's coordinate a camp trip. And then it turned into, I want to go. And so.
Which is incredible.
Yes, we're so excited. This is the sort of thing. I know I did it while we were live. I did it while we were live.
Cute.
So, I put up something in the private Facebook group yesterday just asking who would be interested, what sort of accommodations do you need? And here's the thing. The accommodations that we needed were very limiting. And the fact that, sorry, I'm retying my smock. The fact that we are in East Tennessee where camping is huge, it's very difficult to get in campgrounds at this point for even June.
So
we're limited.
Campgrounds that Becca has 2 years in advance. Yeah. Like, it's really hard here.
So we needed a campground that had lots of spots open. We needed a campground that had cabins, and not just 2 or 3 cabins. Like, we needed a lot of cabins.
Yeah. Or hotels super close by.
Yeah. So we were limited. The campground that we chose is Cumberland Mountain State Park. I used to camp there when I was a kid. My parents and Anna have camped there recently and love it. It is a state park, so it is a different vibe than your RV park. So if you're used to that state parks are beautiful. They're like scenic, greenery, like it's real camping. Now there are hookups, not full hookups, but there are hookups, so electric and water. A couple of the sites have full hookups, but we're doing it June 8th through June 12th, which is a Wednesday to Sunday. And basically in the private Facebook group, I'm going to list where you can rent your site, rent your cabin. And also give you some information about the closest airports around. You could fly into Knoxville or you could fly into Nashville. Honestly, it's about the same distance to both.
We've had some people ask about if they're close, popping in for the day and just chilling.
You can totally do that.
Whatever you want to do.
I was not able to find this campground because it's not in the Pigeon Forge area. It's in Crossville, which is about 2 hours from Morristown. Is not near a lot of hotels. There's probably some about 10 miles away, which again is an option for you all. There are currently 17 cabins available for rent.
In that time. Yeah.
So they will go. If this is something that you want to do, then you need to get on and you need to reserve those.
There is I read up on it, a $10 cancellation fee. So if you guys are like 80% yes, we'll do it, go ahead and book it, and then if it gets close to the time, pay $10. You lose $10. You know, so. But if you want it, it's going to go.
There are currently 75 open campsites. So if the cabins get rented and you want to rent an RV, if you go to rvshare.com and type in Crossville, Tennessee, then you can see RVs that are for rent around the area. You can pay a fee. They will bring it, drop it off, set it up for you. A lot of times they come fully furnished, fully stocked, so you really only have to worry about food and clothing. So there are all of those different options. I am saying this, I've done the legwork. I'm going to present you all of this information. I'm not reading these comments, so you'll have to let me know, or I'll go back and look in a second. I'm going to present this to you. You are responsible for booking your own, for paying for your own. This is not a craft convention.
No.
This is a weekend to get together with our crafty friends and just have fun. We're not going to have like an itinerary.
Yes. It's not like all flock members need to be there or you're going to miss out on something amazing.
No.
It is going to be amazing, but it's going to be just like a little community event, not anything that you have to stress over or pack a bunch of craft supplies for, things like that.
Now, we will likely, because this is who we are, we will likely have some times where like, okay, this night we're going to have a potluck dinner. Everyone bring your favorite dish and we'll all share.
Because we're all such foodies.
Yes.
Every one of us.
This night or this day, we're going to have a designated game time between these two. If you want to come. If you don't want to come, that's fine too. So like that type of thing, we will plan and schedule that, but it's not going to be at 8 a.m. we're going to have breakfast here. We're going to provide this. At 2 o'clock, we're going to do this. At 4 o'clock, we're going to have this seminar. That's not what this is. It is literally just camping with friends. And for those of you who like you like
glamping. There's been questions about it.
Mm-hmm. It's a state park. It is a state park and it is camping. So these two things are not really synonymous with luxury.
Now, hopefully in the future, we've talked about it, even from the beginning of Oak and Lamb, we'll do things.
I'm going to go back over here so I can see comments. Yeah.
We'll do things that are, I don't want to say higher class, but that aren't camping. Like we want to do around a cruise, cruise and things like that. So it's not like all you're going to see us do is rough and tough camping. But this is just something that Becca wanted to plan, that you all wanted, that you guys seem to be super excited about, and we are too. The hope is that you guys will find some amazing people that you really connect with in person, just like you do here in the flock.
Yeah.
Take your camping chair over there and roast weenies with them for a couple hours and make some s'mores and just mesh your families and get together and have a great time.
There will definitely be spiders. We live in Tennessee and it is in the woods. There will be spiders.
She said you can't camp in Florida because the bugs are bigger than the tents.
Okay. Yes, I love that. So June, it shouldn't be super, super, super hot. Generally, July, August, September are really hot in East Tennessee. Yeah. June should be pretty pleasant. Yeah. We're talking like 70s, maybe
cooler
low 80s.
Yes,
it should be really beautiful. How far are we from Nashville? We are 4 hours from Nashville. However, Crossville is 2 hours from Nashville.
Can you bring dogs to the cabins? There are a few pet-friendly cabins.
Yes.
Not all of them are pet-friendly. There are different tiers. There's like rustic, deluxe, there's a lot of different tiers of cabins. There are a few pet-friendly cabins because that's what I was looking at first as well, to be able to take my dogs and stuff.
And
That's
the
a different check.
campground is pet friendly as well. If you rent an RV, then you can filter your searches for RVs that allow pets.
Yeah.
So after the live, I'm going to go in the private Facebook group and I will post the information so that you guys can reserve. I'm really excited about this. It's going to be really fun.
I have not camped in so long. I'm so stinking excited. And I'll have Charlie. I'll be bringing Charlie. He will be around 8 weeks old. And he'll be easy peasy. You know, he's not going to be doing much at 8 weeks old, but it's going to be our first little vacation as a little family of 3. So I'm really, really excited to be there.
Yeah. So I talked Rachel into, because it was, I called her and was like, Rach, do you want a cabin or do you want a campsite? And I really talked up the campsite because I really wanted her to be next to me. And I said, that way, Charlie, you can be really close to us.
Yeah. And I wanted to be.
Yes.
I just didn't know. I thought the cabin, and of course, we think of prices. I thought the cabin might be cheaper, but there's like fees and pet fees and things like that. And it just racks up. And I'm like, if they're going to be relatively the same, let's do the camper thing. I mean, it's not like it's out of my comfort zone. I love camping. I love,
For those of you who don't know about camping, just go look at some images of campers. There are some campers that are nicer and bigger than my first house, and I am not exaggerating.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I am not exaggerating.
Yes.
Like, you can glamp.
There, and if you know nothing about them, you can literally get them with like front and back doors, 10 slide outs, a washer, dryer, dishwasher. There is very, very, very fancy campers out there. It's going to be so much fun, so much fun. If you've never camped, it might be something super fun to look into, to rent a camper and to try it out with the community of people that are coming, because most of them are very seasoned in the camping world. So it'd be great to, pick their brains and see if you fall in love with it. That could be something that you are new and passionate about. But camping is amazing. We hope that you all will join us.
Anyway,
I'm so
we're super excited to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to wait and make sure there's no other questions about layering heat transfer vinyl, about the flock, about our camping trip, anything like that. Definitely let us know. Tammy, mine has a fireplace. See?
Anna's has a fireplace.
I think that is so cute.
Yeah.
So cute. Becca and Anna's campers are stinking adorable. I've seen some pictures of Julie's camper. It's amazing too. They've done a lot of customized work to it. Looks great.
Yeah, Julie said if Donnie Moss likes camping, then you will too. And that is true.
Yes.
Donnie is not ashamed and will not be mad that I'm saying that he enjoys the finer things in life. He likes to be spoiled. He would tell you that. And he does like camping too. It's just like, because I know that you all you're about community and you're about people, I just know that you'll like camping too.
Yeah. Well, let's just break it down. Camping, really all you do in the camper, if you're doing it right, is sleeping.
Yeah.
You're outside, you're swinging in your Eno, you're reading a book, you're in the creek with your kiddos, or you're sitting by the fire enjoying the heat, or you're eating. All of this sounds amazing to me. All of it. It's really, really, really good.
Okay, on the whole spider front, it's cracking me up. There's concern about spiders. I've been camping for many, many, many years, and I can't actually ever remember an episode with a spider. Now, you're outside, so there are spiders. You can do things like Julie is super extra and puts Julie, what is it you put around? Yeah, around her campsite,
things, yeah.
Peppermint oil and all these things.
Well, also,
it's not like you're going to be...
No. If you keep a fire going, which sometimes if you make it at night, it smolders throughout the next day, and you can make the smoke from the fire keeps most of the bugs away as well. I hated bugs and spiders and things growing up, and I too can't remember a bunch of them. Now, when you get there, if there's grills or picnic tables and things, wipe them down if you're really worried about it, or take a broom, wipe everything down. But that's where they live. The bugs live outside, so you're bound to see a couple. But again, it's not like they're going to swarm you. They're going to swarm you.
Alcohol ? check with the state park. I'm pretty sure the rules are that you can have it. They want it to be like, I don't remember what all the rules are.
I'm trying to think.
Like at the pool, it's different rules. Just check. We've never had any issues. My rule of thumb is what happens at the campground stays at the campground. Do what you want to do. Yeah.
I don't know about you.
My husband will likely have a couple beers in the fridge.
I really missed the little cocktail. So 8 weeks postpartum, you bet your bottom dollar.
Ooh, Rachel, I'll bring the mimosa
I'll be
stuff.
Sipping
I'll
on
bring
some.
the mimosa stuff.
Please
Yes,
do.
yes.
Please do. Yeah. I've missed some little drinks, but
Julie brings a legit bug zapper. Oh, that's what it was. It was yes.
A bug zapper.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There
You randomly hear it go.
Look, yes. Do what you gotta do.
No bugs at Julie's camper.
No. She keeps it real. Guys, this has been so much fun. If you take alcohol, you won't care about the spiders anymore.
That's true.
That's true. They're win-win. Win-win. It's a little expensive to not care about spiders. You know, whatever you want to do, that's fine. That's fine. This has been so fun. So thank you guys so much for being here today. We've got some really great content coming out tomorrow and Saturday for you all. They are pre-recorded videos. Yes. One is from Miss Becca tomorrow, and you will see my face on Saturday. I will have those premiered, which means at the end of today, you'll be able to see them both on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to go in tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern and Saturday at noon Eastern. Type in the comments. Me and Becca will be there being able to respond to your comments and things like that and talk to you. So that's going to be super fun. I hope you do enjoy those. Thank you for the fun craft, ladies. Thank you for being here. We're so happy that you were able to carve out time to be able to do this. So glad Rachel is planning to come camping too. Linda, I'm so excited too. Really, Becca and everyone made it possible for me to be able to do that because I don't have a camper, and it was really breaking my heart a little to think about going to a cabin for 1 or 2 nights and not being able to be super close to them. And Becca may or may not have drawn out a campsite plan, and she did put me right next to her, which I'm very excited about.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure you're really excited.
I'm so excited. I'll be knocking on Becca's door. Yeah. Do you have any creamer? Just knocking on the door. What is that? But I'm really excited.
They do have wheelchair accessible cabins. They do. Yes.
Yes. But no, bring all your fur babies, bring all your husbands, bring everybody. It's going to be super, super fun. My sweet mama is going to come too. So like, bring anybody you want. It's going to be really fun. So thank you so much. Can we pay someone to steal you a camper, Rachel? Already happening. We're gonna use a service that just brings it there and drops it off for us, which I'm super excited about. I've always said I would love to have a camper so that my kids could grow up camping too, because I have such amazing memories from it. So I hope in a couple of years to have the ability, Lord willing, to get a little camper. I think it'll be super fun. So this will be a good trial run because James has never been camping, never. I think he'll fall in love with it. I really think he will. But anyways, yes, you all stay safe too. Thank you so much. Becca will drop some of those details in the Flock Facebook group as well. If you love us and you love our personalities and you love what we teach, become a member of the Flock. It's a great time to do that. The link's down below. What is it?
So sorry. Oh my God.
When I said bring your husband,
yes,
you know what I meant.
Heather,
you know what I meant.
Heather, she just wants to be open. Like, she wants to be inclusive. If you happen to have more than one husband, you can bring both of them. She wants to let you know it's okay.
You can bring them both. You don't have to choose. You can bring them both. Or all three. Listen, I'm not called to judge. So whatever you want to do. You guys.
Oh, we gotta go.
I didn't know that sounded so bad.
Oh, I never thought of it either, but she's not the only one who jumped on that.
So it's okay for me to bring both of my husbands.
Both of them.
Yes. Yeah. You can bring them, but like I said, you don't have to
choose. But only bring one of your kids.
Just if you have more than one of those, you do have to choose. But husbands, bring them all if you have, well, I don't care.
My husband is worried he'd be bored and that he'd not have any Linda, okay. My daddy's
There's
going to be
like
there.
a club of
My husband's
men.
going to be, like, there's going to be, Donnie's going to be there. Mark is going to be
Just
there.
think of the cornhole boards.
Scott is going to be there.
All kinds of fun
Yes,
stuff.
there will be men there. Yes. Tons of testosterone.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad loves to hike. Will your hubby hike? Because my dad, like, none of us will hike with him. So if he wants to do that, they can go pair off.
What does Doug not do?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to sit here and think. Honestly, before Becca told me about him, and not saying age is nothing but a number, but before Becca told me her dad's age, all I saw was the absolute work ethic in this man. He was scraping these floors and let me tell you, he was working circles around every single one of us, probably combined. What can't Doug do?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
Of course
annoying.
he likes to hike, so.
Yeah. He'll probably bring his bike too, because he likes to ride around with the kids on the bike. Yeah. We're currently trying to talk him into getting a truck so that he can pull his camper, but the real
What does he pull it with now?
a van.
van?
The real underlying motive is that I want a truck bed so that I can put a golf cart in it. And so we may have had Beckett make a video yesterday to send to him, and he was like, "Great, no pressure. Yeah, you're fine. You've got the money. Do it.
Do it.
Do it."
What were the dates again? 8th through the 12th,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I'll pop it up there. June 8th through 12th at Cumberland Mountain State Park.
Yes. I've never been to Cumberland Mountain.
Oh gosh, Donnie's texting and calling me. Did he hear that I'm calling him spoiled and pampered?
Are you answering his call? Are you calling him back?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay then. Well, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you back on Monday. We've got a lot of things in the works for the YouTube channel. We're going to try and get super, super, super ahead for you guys to be able to see what's coming up. If you do enjoy these lives and you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, click the little subscribe button.
Yes.
Ring that bell to get notified, because we want you to watch all of our videos for sure. So thank you all so much for joining us. Becca, have I missed anything else?
I don't think so.
Thank you, guys. We will see you on Monday. Look out for our videos coming out tomorrow and Saturday. Bye, guys.